going to read the second book, At the Beach. Introduction. At the beach, the ocean meets the land. Many amazing plants and animals live there. What can you see at the beach? What animals live there? Discover. Now read and discover more about the beach. The beach. Every day the ocean goes up the beach at high tide and it goes down the beach at low tide. The ocean moves with the wind too. The wind makes waves. The ocean is salt water. The ocean is big and strong. The ocean can break rocks and shells into pieces. The pieces of rock and shell hit the water and other rocks. Then they get little. This is how the ocean makes rocks and shells into the sand. Sand and rocks. What can you see in the sand and on the rocks at the beach? At low tide, the talon shell hides under the sand. It hides there because other animals like to eat it. It gets food. It gets food and water with one of its siphons. The green flap periwinkle hides in green seaweed. Can you see it here? The barnacle lives on rocks. Its shells grows onto the rocks so it doesn't move when there are waves. Discover. Some barnacles grow on whales. Chapter 3. In Rockpools. At low tide, the ocean moves down the beach. Then you can find rock pools. Let's look in a rock pool. Here's a crab. It gets food with its big strong claws. It eats barnacles, starfish, and other little animals. It eats plants too. Discover. The starfish can put its stomach out of its mouth. Then he can eat this big clam. Crabs eat starfish and starfish eat clams. This is called a food chain. Chapter 4. Near the beach. Many fish and other little animals live in the water near the beach. There's lots of food for them there. The prawn eats seaweed and little animals. Discover. The prawn has 20 legs. It walks with 10 legs and it swims with 10 legs. The seahorse eats very little fish. It eats very, very little animals and plants called plankton too. See how the seahorse hides in the seaweed. In the green seaweed, the seahorse is green, but in yellow seaweed, it's yellow. Chapter 5. In the ocean. You can see some amazing animals in the ocean. Here's a seal. The seal lives in the ocean and on land. When it swims in the in the ocean, it puts its head out of the water to get air. The dolphin jumps out of the water, and the little fish are scared. They swim away, and then the dolphin can catch them. The dolphin gets air with a blowhole on its head. On sunny days, the basking shark swims at the top of the ocean. It can eat lots of plankton there. Plankton is its favorite food. Chapter 6. In the air. Many birds live near the beach. There's lots of food for them there. The puffin lives on cliffs. When it's hungry, it flies down and swims under the ocean. Then it catches its favorite fish. The pelican can catch lots of fish in its big bill. It opens its bill and water goes out. Then it can eat the fish. Discover! A pelican can get 11 liters of water in its bill. Oyster catchers don't eat oysters. They eat mussels. They open the shells with their bill. Chapter 7. At the coast. At the coast near the beach, there are cliffs. Some waves hit hills on the coast and pieces of land break into the ocean. This makes cliffs. Sometimes there are holes in the cliffs. The ocean hit the holes and make caves. The ocean can make arches and stacks too. At the coast, the sand moves in the wind. Then the sand makes hills called sand dunes. Discover! Sand dunes can move 100 meters in a year. Chapter 8. Fun at the beach. You can do many things at the beach. You can kite surf and the wind moves you on the ocean. You can snorkel too. Then you can see amazing fish in the water. The ocean is big and strong. Don't go away from the people you know. Look for flags. They tell you where and when you can swim. Have fun at the beach, but remember the ocean plants and animals. Keep the beach clean for plants, animals, and other people. The beach.